What's up, everyone? You're listening to The Vegas Club, episode number 3, Benji Goes to Vegas. Oh, shit! All right, welcome back to the show. This week on The Vegas Club, Benji returns from a triumphant 4-night stay in Las Vegas, and Nicky joins me to help Ben recap his trip. I also haven't heard from Ellis Island in a while, so I'll give him a call and see if we can't firm up some Vegas Bun Boy Show legacy-based food with them at their new front yard bar and restaurant. And also, we're counting down to TVC on tour in London. We are very close. By the time this goes to air, Monday, we should be less than a week away from 75 people getting together in London to have a grand old time. Bit of a mishmash of a show today, as we haven't had a great deal of time to get together to record. What I did manage to do a couple of weeks ago was get hold of Christina Ellis to see if we could firm up this hot dog deal I keep banging on about. She said she'd do it, so all I got to do is get the details sorted. So here's how that went. Come on, pick up.
Hello.
Hi, Christina. It's Chris from the Vegas Club. Sorry, what was that?
Oh, nothing. What's up?
Okay, great. I was wondering if we could carry on our chat about branding something at Ellis Island after the Vegas Bun Boy Show. And I come up with a bunch of great ideas since we last spoke. What do you think of Vegas Bun Boy casino chips?
Do you know how much that would cost?
No, I guess that's a no. I noticed you serve all your awesome barbecue food with a bread roll. Is there any way we could toast the image of my face onto them before they were served to the customer? We could call them Vegas Bun Boy buns.
I don't know. I think that would really slow down our service in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I noticed you take over a property at Mount Charleston. Could we offer Vegas Bun Boy fireside experiences, perhaps, where you ship me out to talk to people about how awesome hot dogs are over a cup of hot chocolate? I
really don't think you understand what we're trying to do with our brands.
Hey, look, you're a business just like any other. I'm just trying to give you some surefire ways of making money. Anyway, how about the hot dog then? The where we started. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off. I'm going into a meeting. Can I just pick this up with you later?
Yeah, sure. But by then, there you have it. So it's not really going as well as I thought. That was a couple of weeks ago, and she hasn't got back to me. So I'll try her again later in the show today. And I guess, Hail Mary pass, and we'll see how we get on. Let's get into talking about Benji's trip with Ben and Nicky. All right, boys, how you getting on?
Yeah, not bad, Chris. How are you?
Yes, very good. Nicky, you all right, mate?
Yeah, not bad, mate. I'm just here to listen to Ben waffling on about his trip, and I'm here to make numbers up, basically.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, me too, I guess. Ben, you had a good time, yeah?
Yeah, it was fantastic, mate. I've never done 4 days before. It was really short, but really good. So, yeah, fantastic.
This is good. I've got a 4-day trip. I'm coming in May, and my anxiety levels are through the roof because I have no idea how I'm going to get all the shit I want to get done in that time. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing about all this. I've seen your vlogs, obviously. For those of you who don't know about Ben's vlogs, where can I see you, mate?
It's just Ben Heath on YouTube.
Ben Heath on YouTube. So there's 3 episodes?
There is, yeah, 3 episodes. Had a bit of a nightmare with audio, but it was all good.
Sold. Everybody's rushing over, yeah. Yeah, let's get going. Over to you, mate. Day 1.
Yeah, so obviously we landed. We went to stayed at the Luxor for the first time. Not stayed there before, but I really like their casino. CES was on, so room prices were silly. But Luxor did give me 3 nights free, $100 resort credit and $50 of free play. So I thought that was fantastic considering CES was on.
Okay, what's CES for the uninitiated?
Yeah, so CES is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the largest convention they have throughout the year. It's actually, I don't know what it is, if I'm honest, Chris. Just a technology convention, isn't it?
I don't know. I asked you the question.
I know what it is, but I forgot, actually.
Oh, so you don't know.
This is going really well.
Yeah, somebody Google it.
Yeah, it's happening. It's happening right now. CES Las Vegas. And we've got 30 seconds in, and it's a fucking nightmare. The global stage for innovation. Consumer Electronics Show.
Yeah,
I fucking knew that.
There you go.
Okay.
So, yeah, the Consumer Electronics Show was on in Vegas, which I believe, if not one of, the biggest show convention in Vegas. So room prices go through the roof. Initially, I was looking at the Aria, but the first night was $799 for one night. So gave that one a skip.
Yeah.
And went to the Aria, to the Luxor, who would normally give 4 free nights, but had to pay for the first one. I'm not going to complain, and it wasn't expensive at all. But the room, we were in the tower rooms. They're really nice. They're quite newly remodeled, I would guess. I don't know, but they're clean. Absolutely fantastic.
As far as I know, they are newer than the Pyramid rooms. When we went there last, we stayed in the Pyramid, and it's fine. I quite like the property in general. The casino's got a nice vibe to it. There's a ton of stuff to do there. There's a fucking shitload of stuff to do there. You got the Titanic exhibition, Blue Man Group, Fantasy, Bodies is there, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, Bodies there. I've done the Titanic thing before. I've never done Bodies. Not really the sort of thing for me. That's where they've embalmed a load of dead people, isn't it? And you have to walk around.
Yeah, Claire wanted to go to that, but I binned her off on it. We just went to instead. I weren't interested in seeing any bent up bodies.
Bent up bodies.
But yeah, he's right about those rooms, though. I mean, I originally booked one of those remodeled tower rooms before, but I cancelled it for Mandalay Bay because of my comps. But those were brand new when I booked last year, so that had been about last April time. So they were brand new then. I think the Pyramid ones, the new Clio rooms in the Pyramid, like what Matt had on his videos, they came in before those in Tower. So yeah, the Tower ones are the newest ones that have been remodeled.
Well, I'm staying there again in September, October, so I must have liked them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be going back. So,
excellent. Are you staying there again because you got more comps or because you really liked it? Because I try and stay at a new place every time.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know what comps I'm going to get yet from M Life because they only do 6 months in advance and we're not there. Right. But I'm taking my uncle with me in September, October, and he got a really good deal with it on Virgin. So coupled with the fact that I liked it and he said, is it a good hotel? I said, yeah, it's fantastic. He got a fantastic deal through Virgin. So that's the main reason we're going back, really.
That is,
I'm going back.
That's a really good point, actually, because with the Virgin sales, the BA sales, places like Luxor, the deals you can get are fucking unbelievable. I've seen like 10 nights for less than 600 quid, including flights.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, isn't it?
Really, you can drop on those sales big time sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I paid £600 for 2 return flights, September, October. So it was £99.50 each flight. So I don't think you'll get much cheaper than that.
No, that's
for
insane.
Flights. Yeah,
that's insane. I got a mate who might be able to find cheaper, but he's on holiday in 11 Reef at the moment. Anyway, back to day one. You're at the Luxor. You checked in. You got a load of free play. Did you go gamble that?
Yeah, well, we decided what we were going to do is gamble the free play. If we won, then we'd eat dinner. If we didn't, we wouldn't. So we turned $50 of free play into about 80. And we went and had noodles at the Park MGM because that's all fully open now, and it wasn't when I was there last year. So, we went to the Park MGM, had some noodles. It was really good, actually. It's sort of tucked away near Italy, this noodle place, but it was really good. And we sat in Italy and had a glass of wine and just watched the world go by for a bit. So, yeah, it was a lovely first sort of afternoon. We didn't get to the hotel until about 4-5-ish because some lunatic was trying to smoke on the plane. So we had to sort of not land and had to arrest him. Nightmare. So that's another thing that really, really terrifies me about going for 4 nights is delays on the way out and landing like 6 hours later than you normally would. I'm losing sleep over this, you know. But I tell you what, Chris, 4 days. Well, I'm doing it again next January, and I've already decided it's actually a really good amount of time to go. Yeah. Really enjoyed it.
I always thought I'd struggle with 4 days, to be fair. I always say a week at least, but I don't know until I've tried it. But I don't know, cramming it in 4 days, it's a big ask. I
think it depends how often you go, and that changes your mindset. If I knew I was going to be back in 6 months, 4 days would be perfect. But I literally, after this trip, I've got nothing in the agenda whatsoever. We've got so many other things to do. My sister just moved to Hong Kong. We've got to save up a shitload of money to do that. That's the third thing about the anxiety for a 4-day trip is I have no idea when I'm going to get back there. Anyway, enough about me and my crippling anxieties. Peppermill. I really want to try this place out.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. We walked the strip the next morning. We were up stupidly early, as every English person always is when they go to Vegas because of the jet lag. So we actually walked from the Luxor to the Peppermill.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, tell me about it.
How long did that take? Peppermill is up beyond... That's near the new Resorts World site, isn't it?
Yeah,
well, it's like winning an encore, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beyond there.
We did over 20,000 steps that day. My legs were absolutely fucked. But
You've only got little legs as well, haven't you? That must have been really tough.
Tell me about it. Little legs and a fat belly, and I've got to walk all the way down to the Peppermill. It's an absolute nightmare. But my friend James had never been to Vegas, so I thought that's a great way of him seeing the strip. Early morning, we were up anyway.
Yeah, classic.
So it was a good thing to do. Peppermill, fantastic. If you've never been there, you've got to go there. The breakfast is great.
I've never been there, actually.
It's
one of the places on my list. I definitely want to go.
Yeah, it's like an old school American diner. It's open 24 hours. They've got a fire lounge. I think Matt will probably tell you about that because I didn't go there, but I know he did. We had breakfast in the diner, and then the waitress comes over to my friend James and says, "Excuse me, I've got this napkin. That girl over there wanted me to give it to you." At which point, this girl stands up, gives him a cheeky little wave and a wink, and walks out. And I was going, James, you've got to be careful. You're a good-looking guy and all that, but we're in Vegas. You could be in all sorts of trouble with things like this. He's texted this girl from the number he's got on the napkin, and it turns out she was a stripper. But she had been flown in for CES by Sapphires from LA to I don't know, how would you say, cover the overspill of convention guests at the strip club.
Overspill of what? Fuck, I wonder where you were going with that.
It was absolutely fantastic. I mean, he didn't end up meeting up with her, but they had a bit of a message. It must have been great for his, his ego and his self-confidence.
Yeah.
But
wow.
No, I mean, it was one of those things that you never see happen in Vegas. But yeah, he was buzzing clearly for the rest of the day, as I think anyone would be with that confidence boost.
They didn't do the deed then, no?
No, they just didn't get round to meeting up, unfortunately.
This is the problem, you see, 4 nights in Vegas. You just mate.
Well, she lives in LA, and he's back to LA in April, so you never know.
There you go.
I think we do know, mate. I think that ship sailed. What a shame. What a shame.
It was a funny thing to happen. Obviously, as we walked the long strip back, we chuckled about it the whole way back. So, then James, we went to Hooters actually, which has had a right makeover in the casino. I really like Hooters. Always really liked it. It's such a dive.
Is it still cheap to gamble there?
Yeah, still really cheap to gamble. But all the slots have been made over, which is quite good. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that's the first time I ever played craps there, and Jess threw the dice at the croupier's face, which didn't go down too well.
Is she going to get on the craps table at TVC on tour in London in a couple of weeks?
I think we should, because she's quite amusing once she's had a couple of drinks and you give her a couple of dice.
Instead.
Yeah, she'll be shouting 22, bitch, I'm sure.
No, we'll not be doing any bitch talk on table after Chris's experience.
No.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, we'll stay away from insulting the dealers at the Hippodrome. James then went shooting at this new shooting range behind the Luxor, Las Vegas shooting range. He paid $100, shot a pistol and a machine gun. Had a great time. Fantastic. Yeah.
Is that not something you wanted to do?
I've never heard of that place. Is that new?
It is new. I've done it before, Chris, and I've done it, and I really enjoyed shooting a couple of machine guns last time. But it's one of those things that I've done it, and it doesn't really make me want to do it again, if that makes sense.
I know exactly what you feel. I did the same in Prague. I shot a few guns, and I just thought, okay, cool, I've shot guns now. I don't need to do that again.
Yeah.
Vegas actually, 2016. We all did it. And Claire did it, and she loved it. But yeah, well, good experience. But I don't think I've got much desire myself to do it again. To be fair.
No, exactly. But it's definitely a box tick. If it's the first time you're going to Vegas, you've got to shoot a machine gun, because where else are you going to get that opportunity? Even if you just do it once.
As an English person, for sure.
Yeah, yes, that's what I mean. As an English person, I am talking as an English person. Yeah, the evening was quite chilled one actually. We went to Julien Seranno's tapas in at the Aria. Had some tapas, and then we continued to sort of gamble the evening. We made our way back to the Luxor, sort of stopping off in each casino. We had a cocktail at the I can't remember the name of it now. In the Park MGM, there's a really nice new cocktail lounge. It's a gin-based cocktail lounge. Juniper, that's the one. It's really good. There's a lot of theatre involved in the cocktails, and I like that sort of thing. So I had like a candy floss gin cocktail. So they stick candy floss in the top, and great, absolutely fantastic. And then I got quite drunk, and we had Johnny Rockets, and that was day 2. I think we got a lot in on day 2, I have to be honest.
Yeah, sounds it. What is Johnny Rockets? That's a burger place, right?
It is. Yeah. It's at the Excalibur.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason I
went from posh cocktails to Johnny Rockets and Excalibur.
That's the way to do it.
That's the way the day has to go downhill, isn't it? Yeah. I refused to get a bottle of water because it was more expensive than beer, so I got beer, and I actually just wanted a bottle of water. But when you've had a few drinks, your logic kind of defies you, doesn't it? Those American prices. They're using those American numbers again.
Those American numbers, mate. Yeah, they're lost on you.
Yeah, so obviously that's sort of halfway through the trip, really. And then we get to Saturday, which was an absolutely fantastic... I have to say, actually, I think as a night out on Saturday, I'll come to it, but was in whole probably one of the best nights I've ever had in Vegas. During the day, we just walked around because we clearly hadn't done enough walking the day before, and we went to the Bellagio Conservatory, and then we kind of chilled out a bit. In the evening, there's a sushi bar restaurant at the Mirage. So if you're into sushi, that place is really nice. Yeah, it was a great atmosphere, and we watched the volcano at Mirage, and then we walked to the Cosmo to meet Matt Bridger for the group pool. So obviously I'll let Matt tell you about the group pool on his episode because that was his thing. But following that, Matt and I decided to have a night out. Rob was there, his friend Rob was there for a bit, my friend James. We had a verbena, made Matt try a verbena. He was not keen.
No?
No, it was not his thing.
I quite liked it.
It doesn't sound very tempting to me, to be fair.
It's weird. It's refreshing, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Again, it's a box ticket, I think. You've got to do it. Where else are you going to do that? So,
what is the flour that they put in the verbena? You know what you have to eat first?
It's a Szechuan buzz button.
Lovely. That sounds great.
It's got like anesthetic properties or something, and it makes your mouth numb and your taste buds. It makes a drink and anything you have for the next 10 minutes taste completely different. Like I say, it's not something you go and have a night session on the verbenas, but it's certainly something that's worth trying.
Yeah, it's a Marmite drink for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So after we had a few drinks at the bar, Matt's friend Rob proceeded to get us fireballs and charging it to Matt's room, actually, which was quite amusing.
Amazing.
Although I don't think Matt found that too amusing.
Did we even have to pay for it, though, the amount you put through the slots in the high roll pool?
I have no idea. You'd have to ask him on that. But I think we were all having such a good time. It didn't really matter. We then went to sort of play some slots, and we first of all, I think we stuck 300 in each, and we hit this bonus almost instantly of about $400 odd. Is
that Ultimate Fireling?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I like that machine.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. Well, we proceeded to just lose that gradually. We should have quit there and gone to the bar and carried on drinking if you were a good gambler, but we were there for a good night. So we carried on gambling. We ended up at must have been about 3:00 in the morning in the high limit room on that top dollar machine, the $10 spin top dollar machine, trying to hit hand pay, which never happened. I tell you what, the next morning I was in pieces. We had drunk so much. It was unbelievable. But it was a great night. Absolutely fantastic night. I can't really go into more detail because I can't remember it.
That's enough, though, isn't it?
Exactly.
Enough.
No, it was an absolutely superb night. Yeah, brilliant. So then Sunday, which was the last full day because we flew back on Monday. The one thing I would say about staying for 4 nights is, although it's 4 nights, you get there in the afternoon, and especially with Norwegian, and you fly back on the Monday evening, so it's quite a long time.
Yeah.
It's not a short 4 days, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But the Sunday, got up really slowly. My friend went and did CrossFit. If anyone knows what CrossFit is, you're crazy if you just even know what it is. But it's some stupid exercise thing, and he went to do that. I was clearly too hungover for.
I enjoyed that in your video he had a CrossFit t-shirt on.
Yeah. I mean, that's what song down at the Peppermill, I think, with ladies, wasn't it?
Probably Captain Fitness with his CrossFit t-shirt. So he went and did that, and I didn't. We then met for just like a drink, really, at Twin Peaks, above the it's like near the Miracle Mile, above the new Taco Bell in that area, just to chill out. And then I met Matt, and we went to Stage Door. You have to go to Stage Door if you've not been there, and it is the best dive bar you'll ever go in. I mean, we ordered 2 beers and it was $4, which was fantastic. And Matt, they call it a casino, right? I don't understand how they could call it a casino. There's 2 buffalo machines in there, like the original buffalo machines. That's it. I mean, if that's a casino, my local social club's a casino. That's got 2 slot machines also. So I mean, but I tell you what, the atmosphere in there was fantastic. It was really friendly. We got talking to this chap. I think his name was James. He was like in his mid-80s and went there every day. Proper local from Vegas. From there, we went to Ellis Island. We had a go in the casino. Both of us lost in the casino, but that was made better by eating the best ribs, I reckon, in Vegas. Although, tell me if I'm wrong.
I have says good things about those barbecue.
I've heard really good things about that place. I've heard really good things about the future of the menu at that place. The future of their sausage-based menu. Was there any opportunity for you to, help me in my quest to get Ellis Island to name a hot dog after the old Vegas Bun Boy Show? Or did you just not do that?
Well, we just did not do that. It was, I don't know what else to say. It was so busy in there, Chris. And I don't think the barmaid was the decision maker at the time, so it just wasn't the right place. But I'd love to have a Vegas Bun Boy hot dog in there one day, and I'll continue to support your cause via Twitter. I'm
going to have to call Christina Ellis back again.
Yeah, you're going to have to go out and blow her, mate.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that later. I'll do that after we've done this.
After that, Matt went off because he had another night planned. It was really good to catch up with Matt in Vegas, actually. It was quite surreal, actually, seeing someone that that you haven't been with, that you meet up over there. But we had a great time overall. Matt went off and did his thing. I then went and met James at Mon Ami Gabi in Paris because he hadn't eaten. So I just had a starter, actually, because I just had massive ribs. We just sat there, watched the fountains at the front, and
it's
had a
lovely little place, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I agree.
I tell you what, I've got this tradition. On the last night, I always like to go and look at the Bellagio fountains. I don't know why. I just I almost like absorb the atmosphere and just think about the trip and how good it's been, and that is the perfect place to do it. It was just really a really nice end to sort of a 4-day trip. But then, of course, it wasn't over. We went to Skyfall up the Delano. I don't know.
Delano, mate.
I'm not going to take
I think it's Delano.
I'm with you, Chris, on this. I'm not taking a Northerner's view on how to pronounce anything.
I think it
is good up there, though.
Yeah,
nice old fashioned to start off the evening.
Yeah, well, that's what James had. I had a lemon drop martini because I choose the campest drink I can possibly choose everywhere I go.
Yeah, but the campest drinks are the most delicious.
Exactly, Chris. You are so right. You're so right. But it's another fantastic view, and it's never really busy up there. Well, until we've put this out on the podcast, and the millions listening will clearly flocked to it.
You know what? You joke about that, but we had fucking 7,000 downloads of the last episode. So
that's fantastic, isn't
it? It's not true, though.
We can lie. We can make these figures up. Yeah, and then we went to Fantasy at the Luxor, which I have to say I was a bit sceptical at first. I thought, this is just going to be some cheesy stripper show. And it happened to be it was really good. It was it was very tasteful.
Yeah.
There were couples there. There were groups of women there, guys there. I think that mix of audience really helped. They've got a great comedian who sort of takes part in it. He's hilarious.
What's his name?
I can't actually remember his name.
It's the same guy who was in it when we went in 2016. Yeah, he's really good. But yeah, Christy and I went to that as well. And yeah, if you're a couple who wants to go see a little bit of something sexy but it's not very seedy, then yeah, Fantasy was pretty good. Pretty good.
I think the fact that I wasn't expecting it to be like that made it better for me. Shawnee Cooper, that's his name.
Yes, that's the same guy.
It was brilliant. It was definitely worth going to see. So really enjoyed that. And then, to be honest, that finished at sort of midnight. And after the tough 4 days, played a bit of slots and went to bed. I mean, that must have been early hours of the morning. And that's the trip, Chris.
Yeah?
That is the trip. I mean,
that's exactly what I wanted to do. I said, let's get this done in half an hour. Let's bang through a load of stuff. You know what we need to do quickly? What was the best meal you had while you were out there?
Best meal, Julien Seranno, but it's my favourite restaurant.
So you
in
love
Vegas.
that place. You go there regular, don't you?
I always go there once a trip. I like that sort of food. In a world where everything is so massive, it's nice to have sort of tapas food that you can I just don't feel overwhelmed, and the quality of the food's fantastic in there.
So is it traditional Spanish tapas, or is it just small plates?
No, it's traditional Spanish tapas, okay. Or as traditional as you're going to get in America, I suppose. But the atmosphere in there's really nice. It's sort of towards the back of the lobby in the Aria, so you get a good footfall that walk around, so there's a great vibe. And that to me was my best meal. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Best drink?
Best drink? No, absolutely not. I'm going to go with the Candy Floss cocktail I had in Juniper.
What's your problem? What's your problem, Nicky?
Or a Budweiser or something?
Just because you like drinking mud up north? Fuck me.
Ale, mead.
Mead, yeah, I want the mead.
No, I just like the theatre of that cocktail. It was really nice. It was good drink.
Cool. Okay. Best experience. When I say that, I mean like anything that wasn't eating, drinking, or gambling.
I'm going to go with Fantasy just because it was so different to what I was expecting, and it definitely exceeded my expectations. So if we're taking gambling out, I thought that was a fantastic experience.
Excellent. And the final big question: did you come away up or down?
It's so on my M Life.
You definitely
account,
lost. You definitely
no.
lost.
I tell you what.
There's no fucking about here. If you don't know the fucking answer, you definitely lost.
There's a couple of $100 in it either way, so not much. So to me, if it's a couple of $100, you've done well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you come away with anything.
What was your biggest win? The Ultimate Firelink win?
No, I got on the biggest individual win. I've got a bonus at the Mirage on the Zeus game. Is it the Zeus game? You know, where it like holds the golden Zeus. And I think that was about $200 and something. So best individual win was there. But I didn't really lose apart from when I went to the Cosmo with Matt and we got so drunk and lost quite a lot. If we hadn't done that, I would have had quite a good trip with winnings. But that night was unforgettable. So you know what?
You came back with a lot of your bankroll then?
A little bit, but not much, because I paid some of the resort fees off with cash.
Yeah.
And you just buy stuff and used it for those sort of things. So I came back with a little bit, but not much. After I, like I say, 4 nights resort fees, and first night was paid for by cash. But yeah, Yeah, I'm happy with that. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to have to pay for the room on the card. So, to me, that's a win.
Yeah, I agree. If you don't go outside your intended budget, happy days.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, nice one. So we are 1 week and 2 days away from TVC on tour, which is where we're attempting to get listeners of this podcast, viewers of your blogs and Matt's blogs, and I guess a couple of people who know Moss to come down to London to just get together as a group of like-minded individuals. So, looking forward to that. Anybody who's not involved in this yet and wants to come, we may have some space left. Crazily, we've already got about 65, 70 people coming, which is mental compared to the original event that I put on last year, which had 15 people turn up, which was also awesome. So we're really looking forward to meeting everybody, having a chat, having a drink, having a gamble. And that is in London at the Hippodrome on the 16th of February. If you want to get involved, you're going to need to hook up the Facebook group, which is at the Vegas Club Podcast. Are you guys looking forward to it? I can't wait to see you guys. I haven't seen you in about 6 months.
So. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic night. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Cool. All right. Sweet. Well, that brings this lovely little rich endeavour to a close. Thank you very much, boys. I guess
Thanks, Chris.
I'll see you in 7 days.
Yeah, cheers, mate. See you in a week.
Nice one. Bye, boys.
See you later, Chris.
Later.
So that brings that fun little trip to a close. On the next episode, Moss will be joining me to interrogate Matt Bridger about his epic 10-day trip, which overlapped with Benji's. So that should be a nice little episode, and that'll be coming out a little bit after TVC on tour. This kind of brings today's episode to a close, but I think while I got you here, I might as well try Christian Ellis at Ellis Island one more time, just for luck.
Hello?
Hi, it's Chris.
Okay, look, I really, there, it's going to reach a point where I have to get legal action here. I know that, I'll call Travel Fanboy and we'll get this handled, but that lawsuit would look like nothing compared to what we'll do for this. So
Shit.
I need you to stop calling me. This is really the end of the line.
Okay. So that's the end of that then. And yet again, I've just gone too far. Okay, so that abruptly brings an end to episode number 3. Hope you enjoyed it. Episode number 4 will be a similar vein. We'll be looking at Matt Bridger's 10-day trip, which you may well have already seen on his vlogs, very popular vlogs. Congratulations to him for surpassing the 1 million views and the 5,000 subscribers. We all realise you're the only one holding this Vegas club together with all of your adoring fans. So, I shouldn't really suck up to him, should I? He's got a massive ego as it is already. Fuck. Okay, well, look, TVC on tour in London's this Saturday. We'll recap that sometime on the show. If you're coming, we can't wait to meet you. If you're not coming, why the fuck not? Everybody have a good time. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Cheers! This has been a Feed the Bears production. Rawr. Afterthought. I think it's really important we end every show with consistency. So after episode 2, we're now on to episode 3. We're going to end it in exactly the same way. Fuck you, Nicky.
Come on down to Heidi's, come join us for a beer. They come from far and near to drink and laugh and cheer. And when you come to Heidi's, you'll want to sing along. Everyone has so much fun, you're right where you belong. Roll out the barrel and give a real good spin. With some help from Hans and Heidi, you could really win. I love to play at Heidi's, yeah, she's a real big tease. So I pick up my accordion and give her a good squeeze. La 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 la.